is for your post-workout stretches. The first section we're going to look at is the developmental stretches. So the first the first stretch we're going to look at will be the hamstring. So gents, if you'd like to take your legs into the air, thank you very much. Okay, so guys, you're just going to hold your stretches there, and on about a scale of 1 to 10, this should feel about a 6 or a 7 out of 10. So it shouldn't be painful, but it should also be able to create that feeling that you are stretching that muscle and that it is activated. I want you to keep your shoulders onto the floor, and we're going to hold here for up to about 30 seconds. And you're just going to keep a nice easy grip. You won't be holding anywhere else except on the hamstring or on the gastrocnemius. Behind the knee is not advised due to the fact that it puts a lot of pressure onto the joint. Okay guys, what you're going to do, you're going to keep the leg where it is, and we're going to try and develop that stretch. So what that means is we need to increase the range of that stretch. So you're going to take a deep breath. As you exhale, you're going to pull the leg closer to you to increase the stretch. And you're going to hold there, keeping the hips down on the ground, keeping very comfortable. How's that feeling? Very good. Good job. Just keeping it really relaxed, trying to make sure there's no tension in your neck, keeping the leg really straight and that there's always a straightness at the knee to really get the correct stretch at the hamstring. Good job. You should feel that, I'd like to say pain, subsiding, and that it should be feeling much more comfortable and manageable feeling in the leg. Okay, to come out of the stretch, you're going to bend the knee and place that down onto the ground, and we're going to do the other leg. So take the leg straight into the air, keep the knee very straight, keep the hips down on the ground. Great stuff. Now I want you to keep your breathing very natural. The reason we do developmental stretching is so that we can increase the range of flexibility within that muscle or at the joint, the range of movement at the joint. How's that feeling, guys? Is that okay? Yeah. So it should feel like about a 7 out of 10. So it should feel mildly uncomfortable. I want you to make sure that you're keeping the hips on the ground, the shoulders are still relaxed, and that you're breathing really easily now. You're going to now take another deep breath. Exhale, pull that leg closer, and this is the part where we have developed the stretch because we have increased the range on the stretch. Great work, well done guys, just keep it there. I want you to keep focusing on making that muscle a little bit longer. Excellent work, well done. Keeping the hands on the hamstring or on the gastroc. Excellent work. To come out of this stretch, you're going to bend at the knee and you're going to relax that down. Excellent work, well done. Guys, we're going to go into the adductor stretch. So the adductor stretch is going to be for the inside of the leg. When doing this stretch, you're going to have two options. First option, you can see here with Graham, he's bringing his feet together into a diamond shape, and the focus here is to try and get the knees down towards the ground. Okay, so if you just hold it nice and strong there, keeping the posture, keeping very lifted. How's that feeling?
Yeah.
Great. The second option, if your client is more flexible, will be with Steve, and you're going to keep the legs as wide as possible. You can either put your hands in the behind you for support, or they can come in front and they can take the movement forward, as long as they're able to keep a good posture. They have to be sat up on their tailbones for this point. So both of you have been holding that for about 30 seconds now. Should feel again about a 7 out of 10. You guys are going to take a deep breath. Graham, as you exhale, you're going to push your knees further to the ground. And Steve, you're going to reach slightly further forward. Again, we're going to hold here for about 30 seconds, just to really allow the muscle to stretch and relax. Excellent. Make sure you're breathing, guys. Well done. Fantastic work. How's that feeling? Is it starting to get a little easier?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, if I can just keep you both in position a minute. Steve, all you're going to do is walk your hands backwards towards your legs, and then you're going to bend the knees to come out of that position. G, you're just going to let go of your hands, and you're just going to put your hands at the side of your legs, and you're going to help them come in. Fantastic, well done. Okay guys, can I set you up now for the pectoral stretch? Okay, the last stretch that we will be doing is for the pecs, and this will be, we've got two options here. So what you'll find is that this is quite a commonly used stretch due to the fact that your clients will maybe be slightly more kyphotic now due to the lifestyles that we live. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, guys, you're going to get into position, so you're going to take your hands around. Excellent. Now you can keep your clients on their knees like this, or if they prefer, they can be in a standing position. So all you're going to do, guys, is just keep that position. Can you feel the stretch across the chest? Yep. Okay, great. The other thing you can do, it has been covered in your prep stretches, you can take the hands directly out behind if your client has limited flexibility and is struggling to get their hands onto the base of their spine. You can return back now. Excellent. So guys, you just keep that feeling of the stretch. So it should, again, feel like about 7 out of 10. So it shouldn't be painful, it should just be mildly uncomfortable. Okay, you're going to take a deep breath. As you exhale, increase the stretch by taking the elbows closer together, keeping the shoulders relaxed, keeping the abdominals really tight, relaxed through the neck. Excellent, well done. How's that feeling? Pretty good? Yeah. Excellent. Good. Just keep it there, and I just want you to think about the chest getting more flexible, feel the opening through the top of the body, feeling that you're getting more flexible through your shoulder joint as well. Great work, well done. Okay, from there, you can just release out of the stretch very slowly, very gently. And if you need to, you can roll through the shoulders if that feels better. One more, and relax. Great.
So now we're going to go into the rest of the post-workout stretches. You've seen the developmental stretch section. Any one of these stretches that we're going to show you can also be developmental depending on your client's needs. The 3 that you've already seen on the developmental section are definitely the ones that we more commonly do developmentally stretch. So these are more maintenance type stretches, and we stretch these for about 15 to 20 seconds, and this is done again at the end of the workout, at the end of the whole session with your client. You do not need to stretch with your client, you need to be coaching, watching, and enabling your client to get the most, to re-lengthen the muscles back after the work that they've just done. Okay, so we're going to look now at the range, and I want you to be watching in particular at the coaching, my positioning when I'm teaching the guys into the stretches, so that you are actually teaching the stretches, not just stretching with your client. Okay guys, so the first stretch we're going to go into, you would have done your hamstring stretches, so we're assuming that you're still in that position. And what I'd like you now to do is we're going to stretch the abdominals. So for both of you, if you can just take your arms over the head, lengthen away and get a sensation that you're actually being pulled along the floor. And now just taking a little bit of care, just take your legs out as well, flat along the floor. Let's just flatten your legs down. Sorry, we've got a little bit of connection there, that's fine. And just push away and just feel like you're being pulled in opposite directions. So we're just releasing through the abs. That's really lovely. In this position, you're quite safe to arch your back because you're supported by your shoulders and your bottom. So you actually are not going to hyperextend your back. And just release that there. Okay, so that's your abdominal stretch. What we're going to go into next is your obliques. So from this position, again, we're thinking about sequencing of stretches. So we don't want to keep taking the client from one side to the other. So think about stretch sequencing. We're going to bring the knees into the chest now, guys. Thank you. Feet are off the floor, and you can just relax the arms. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to drop your legs towards the front of the class. Drop them down. We're stretching through the obliques. Okay, and now if you can, nice and easy, I want you to bring your arms to the back of the room towards me. Okay, now are your knees in as close as they can, so you're kind of curl into a more fetal position, that's good. And try to just relax the legs down. Can you bring your feet around a little bit more there, G? Round to the front of the room. And just try to soften the body. There has to be a sensation of lengthening the muscles, allowing release. So just allow that, try to relax through the shoulders. And in this position, you can actually see some of the limiting factors for your client or some of their strengths. Are they in position? Are they struggling to keep it there? Is it their shoulders? Is it their lower body? So you need to be looking at that and assessing and modifying to help your client and recording that in your mind and on their record for future sessions. Okay guys, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do the complete opposite side. You're going to bring your legs in through, nice and easy, and slowly drop to the other side, and then take your arms again in that opposite direction. Look towards the arms. And G, again, can you just bring your legs through a little bit more to deepen that stretch and just soften the knees down as far as you can. That's great. So it should feel mildly uncomfortable. Okay, the stretching section, really important that you actually get that sensation that something's happening. So it's mild discomfort, not pain. Are we both feeling okay there?
Yeah.
Both breathing into it?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Okay, from there, you can just bring the legs back through, bring your knees in, just hug them in a bit. That actually helps ease your back off a little bit as we go into the next stretch. The next stretch we're going to do is the gluteal stretch. Okay, stretching out the muscles through the back of the hips. So what I'd like you to do is I want you with your front, the leg nearest the front of the class, I'd like you to put it onto the opposite thigh. Okay, and notice here how I'm teaching. The legs, the arms and legs, you can actually demonstrate it. You don't have to go down on the floor and interrupt the stretch sequencing, okay? Now from this position, guys, I want you to feel, you're going to feel the stretch in the gluteal. Abdominals nice and strong as ever. You're going to bring your legs up and in towards you, okay? And I want you to think about this lower leg, the supporting leg, the leg nearest me, as being the actual helping you to lever your leg in. Okay, so if that's enough, you can stay with it, or we can try deepening the stretch a bit more. And the supporting leg, the one nearest me, you can reach through, hold the hamstring, yeah, and reach through the window, through the middle there, Paul. Bring the foot up in line, and just feel as you ease it in towards you, asking a little bit more length of the gluteals. How's that feeling? Just try to relax your neck down, no tension in the neck and shoulders. That's it, just swallow so you release through the neck. That's fantastic. Can you feel that, G?
Yeah.
Super. And if you wanted to, from there, you could actually just push the knee out a little bit, the one the nearest the front, and then you can feel again that that's deepening the gluteal stretch. Okay? Nice and easy, gently release out of that, and we're going to reverse it. So change the legs over. Making sure when you change over that it's always on the thigh, not on the knee joint itself. Okay, and when you're ready, you're going to pick up there, Paul. Make sure you relax the neck down. Remember to swallow. Just relax your facial muscles. Relax your throat, your neck. Release those shoulders down. Just every exhale, just allow the relaxation to come into the body. That's super. Okay, remember you can pull it in a little closer, you can push the knee out. Just feel your way with the stretch so that your body really gets what it needs to re-lengthen out to get full range of movement out that muscle in the joint. Both okay?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And release it down there. Okay, so nice and slowly in and out of the stretches so that your client doesn't feel rushed and that they don't snap out of the stretch and damage the muscle or the connective tissues in any way. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stretch the latissimus dorsi. We've got the guys in two different views for you so that you can see the angles particularly well. What I'd like you to do, guys, is go forward and take your arms out in the 10 to 2 position, as if your hands are on the clock, and pull your bottom back down towards your heels. Now instantly you're going to feel a nice stretch, and just allow your body to relax down into that. Paul, if you need to take your knees wider for more comfort, then do that. Just make sure your knees feel comfortable. And G, are you as far down as you can go with that? Super, lovely, okay. So just get a sensation here of pushing the arms, reaching forward, okay, in that 10 to 2 position. And now what I'd like you both to do is to reach both hands over to the 2. So stack one hand on top of the other, and then really pull back through the hips. That's lovely. Pull the hips back and down. And are you feeling that stretch now in the lats, the side of the body? Yeah, okay, and just hold it there, enjoy that. Paul, allow your head to come down a little bit as well. That's fantastic. So making sure always that your clients don't hold tension in their neck and that they're actually relaxing their bodies into this position. Okay, when you're ready now, nice and slowly, no rush, take both hands over to the 10 and reach, and we're going to do the same again. So we're stretching through both sides there, the lats. Can you bring your 10 round a little bit more there, Paul? That's super. I think you've just got a little bit more to give there. That's fantastic. And keeping the hips down, keeping the abs tight. You can feel also a bit of a stretch for the erector spinae in this position. That's lovely. And then just bring it back into neutral and put your hands now in the 12 o'clock position. And just reach down. You'll feel there a stretch right through the back. That's lovely. And we're now going to go up into stretching the erector spinae muscles. So we're going to go into what we call the cat stretch. So come up onto all fours. That's lovely. I want you to really think about connecting with your abdominals here. And I want you also, at the same time when you connect with those, is to squeeze your bottom under. Soften the elbow and just draw your spine up like an angry cat. That's lovely. And just allow your head to drop down, the weight of your head coming down, allowing the stretch. Just a little bit of softness in the elbow there, Paul. That's lovely. Now, are you really squeezing your abs and lengthening the spine and really tucking the bottom under? Can you both feel that in your lower back?
Yeah.
It's a nice stretch, particularly a lot of people get a lot of lower back tension. That's lovely. And from there, we're just going to release the stretch. Just come back to neutral and just get a sensation of where neutral spine is again. That's great. Okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to stretch into the quadriceps, okay, the front of the thigh. So Gia, I just need you to go side on. Paul, you're going to stay here. You're going to go flat down. Thank you. And G, you can go flat down as well. I'm just going to demonstrate. So we've got some options here. Not everybody is comfortable on lying on their tummy, but what we're going to do is just get the guys into this position first. So if we can just take the front leg, the leg nearest the front of the class, and just pick it up, and you're holding the shoelace area. Okay, that's lovely. And with the opposite arm, just stretch it out and reach, and lengthen. Now push your hip into the floor, and just try to take your foot away from your bottom. That's lovely. Looking down at the floor, keeping neutral through the neck. That's great. Graham, can I just get you to show the demo the side option? So if you turn to face the front of the class, onto your side, and then you can just bend this elbow and just be comfortable. Keep your head down, and you might want to bend this underneath leg just for a little bit more support. And what we're looking for here, Paul, you can just change leg there. You can stretch your other quadricep now. G, I just keep you in this position. What we're looking for here is alignment through from the ear, the shoulder, the hip, and the knee. And it's only the foot is moving away from the bottom in order to actually get the stretch in the quadriceps. Okay, so you will find that some people find this position quite tough because it requires quite a lot of core stability. Okay, can I just get you to release it there, guys? That's great. And G, we would normally stretch the opposite side. Okay, staying in this position, what I'd like you to do now is we're going to stretch the gastroc muscle. You've seen the gastroc stretch in the prep stretches, but we're actually now going to use a floor stretch for the gastrocs. So guys, if I can get you to come up onto all fours, so stay near the front of your mats, that's super, hands on the floor, and just take out your front leg all the way out. Tip the toe under, good, foot on the floor. And now get a sensation of driving back. Paul, if I can get you to put your hands on the mat, that's good. That's lovely, nice alignment there with the knee. And drive that heel down. Now, if you want a little more of a stretch, then you can push in with the hands. Paul, if I can just get you to bring your hands back. That's it, so you're square, so you're pushing, keep the leg there, that's lovely. Abs tight, and really drive the heel down. Can you both feel a lengthening there in the gastroc? And just soften the elbows there, Paul. So that's lovely. And nice and easy, release that, and then change over. And you can do the back leg as well. Again, remembering always, get the position, get enough push. If you need more pressure, then you can push through the arms, but keep that engagement through the abs. This is really nice alignment here, nice and square to the floor. Parallel, that's great. And nice and easy, we're just going to release there. Come up onto your knees, thank you. Next stretch is the hip flexor stretch. Again, we're going to show you two options. If your client has any knee issue at all, then they need not to be on their knees. Okay, so you need to be very clear if the client has any knee issue. So what we're going to do first, if you can come up onto your knees, okay, and then what you're going to do is going to take the front leg and take a big step forward. Okay, so we're kind of in this position. Important thing here, so if I can just get you to come down for a moment, and we'll show the option in a moment. So at the moment, we're going to check that the heel and the knee are in line, that front one, okay? And now what we need to do in order to achieve the stretch is make sure that the back knee, the one that we're going to be stretching, is behind the hip. So take the leg back a little bit more. Take it back and then release it back down to the floor. Okay, now from this position, I want you to feel the pressure in that front heel. Abdominals are tight, chest is proud, head is high like a helium balloon, but the chin is parallel to the floor. Think about squeezing the gluteals and push your hips forward. Now just check that the knee has not overshot the toe. If it has, that means you can just take a little bit more range and take the foot forward a bit more. Now stay upright, stay connected. That's very good. Fantastic. I'm going to show you an option for this. What I'd like you to do, G, is the one you were showing us just a moment ago. Just come up. So if your client has any knee issue, and just lift up so your shoulders and hips are in line. That's fantastic. If your client has any knee issue, this is the stretch option that they need. Okay, they mustn't come down and put pressure on their knee here because it can be very uncomfortable. Okay, and just release that down. And then we're going to swap over legs. So just get your position again. Take a nice big step, and the back leg, the knee is now behind the hip. Take a moment to connect the core. Yeah, get that connection there. Open through the chest, nice and proud. Pushing into the front heel. And you can go with either option that you prefer. And then push into it. Now squeeze through the glutes, push the hips forward, really activate. That's lovely. And as another option here for clients who've got good stability and want a deeper stretch, particularly into the psoas, the leg that's back, you can lift up that same arm, lift it up, and just reach and just feel separation through the ribs. This is an option, you don't have to do it. If it's too much, if it takes it too deep, then don't do it. This is not an option with your prep stretches. This is a post-workout stretch option only, because it is quite a strong stretch, requires a lot of core. And just reduce that down, good. And nice and easy, what we're going to do now from this position, again, thinking stretch sequencing, you're going to come up onto your feet in your own time. And if I can get one of you to face forward and the other to face side on, we're going to look at the tricep stretch. Again, we've got some options here. We've already covered triceps on the prep stretches, but I would like you to take your arm up and bring it down behind your head, and your chin is parallel to the floor. And we have the options here of holding, where it is here. And this is a moderate stretch. This is kind of like the medium tricep stretch. You can make it more challenging by joining up the hands behind in this position. But you must ensure that your clients have enough shoulder mobility in order to achieve that and range of movement with the tricep. Okay, another option, Paul, if you want to show this one, is you can just hold here. So, okay, and release. So you just hold like this. That's it, just hold in the hand if that's easier. Okay, let's just release that down. Let's do the other arm, taking it up and over and keeping the chin parallel to the floor. That's super. Making sure in this position, one of the most common problems and one of the common technique problems that we see with clients is they actually hold their joint in this position. We don't want to see this at all. Anything where they're stretching, we always get them to hold the long bone, the belly of the muscle, in order that the joint isn't put in danger. Similar to the prep stretches, you can use the easier option where we bring the arm out, guys, if you want to just do this one for us, and bring it round like a big scarf around your neck and bend the elbow, wrap it right round, bring it round the neck, that's great. Elbow is shoulder height, that's lovely, and we're holding the long bone, we're not holding the joint. And you just ease it round like it's winter in the UK, that's great. And gently release that, and let's just do the other side. So you would only choose one of these as an option. We're just showing you lots of different stretches for this muscle because obviously you need lots of options for different types of clients. But they're the range of tricep stretches that you can do. Just release it out of there, guys. Loosen your shoulders. I think you're all stretched out.